But we got to talk about the underdogs. We talked about the underrated yesterday.
Mhm.
It's funny that everything we talked about yesterday kind of built up for the picks today. And you talking about a team 32 years since they've been to an NFC championship game.
Mm.
Detroit, man. Detroit's standing up, man. I'm telling you, man. Outside of the Ravens fans, the Lions fans, Detroit is coming out. They got Trick doing videos. Talking about y'all been stealing our swag for years. Y'all wearing Cartiers now. Y'all used to call us clowns. Like I'm telling you, Detroit is coming out the cut. I think Eminem might drop a track. That's how Detroit turned up right now.
He should. If they go to the Super Bowl.
Man. But then on the flip side, you got the 49ers. You got what's my man? Debo Samuels out here wearing. Shout out to Use Check cousin. I think that's his cousin that's making these puffer vests.
Mm.
Making a custom puffer vest. You got Debo wearing the one that got MVP Purdy on it. I don't think it's gonna happen, Debo. But hey, I like the way you support your quarterback, unlike this team over here. Yeah, letting this just keep letting that quarterback get killed in the media every day. Michael, do a podcast, but it ain't about us. 49ers versus the Lions. It's gonna be a tough one, man.
Oof.
It's gonna be a tough one because I said it in the comments then, and out of all the teams outside of if Dallas could have got here, I think the Lions was gonna be the ones to actually give them a run for their money because of one Dan Campbell and his riskiness and they run game and just how when you playing with house money and you go into somebody else's house, what you got to lose? Because Detroit right now, it's the Cinderella ride. It's tough.
Tough. I am curious to see who you're gonna pick though.
It's tough because I don't want to see the 49ers go back to the Super Bowl, but their team is better than the Lions, man. I'm going with the Lions, man. I'm going with Detroit. I think Purdy and them can do it. They got everything on their side.
Oh man.
But it's just something about that. It's the same way I feel about the Ravens is how I feel about this Lions thing. When you got a whole city, just the spirit bomb, as Chris said, is just backing you. The only way the Lions can lose this game is if Dan Campbell mess up. And I know a lot of people going to talk about the 49ers and how they played against the Packers. But to me, I think they just started off rusty because of that week off. And that's really where it came from. And it was the rain mixed in with a little bit of bad play calling. So I think the 49ers are going to play better this week. Also knowing that Debo may not play, they practice different. So there's a different scheme in place. But I think Goff is going to do it for the city of Detroit. They're going to get to a Super Bowl. And Vegas is going to look like a Mike Tyson fight back in 96 because you're going to have Baltimore and Detroit in one place. And it's going to be fun.
I like that. A Tyson fight in 96.
I'm just saying. If you know, you know.
It's gonna be a bunch of black people in Vegas. All right. If that happened. Look, man, this is a tough one because these two teams are somewhat identical. They actually are similar. They both like to be physical. They both got good run games. They both got underrated quarterbacks. They both got geniuses calling plays. We got Kyle Shanahan calling offensive plays. Ben Johnson calling the offensive plays. You know, two of the most genius play callers in the NFL. Just want to throw it out there.
I see what you're doing, man.
But this is so Goff has surprised me. He's been playing great. Purdy didn't have a great game, like you said, but I agree with you. I think a lot of got to do with the slow start was the rust of not playing a week. So the Ravens go through it, but they got Lamar, so they picked it up at halftime. Goff hasn't been right about all, like I said before. 74% completion percentage these playoffs, 564 yards, 3 TDs, 111 QB rating. Completion percentage, yards per game, QB rating, all higher than last regular season. So he's up this play in these playoffs. But I'm going to go with the 49ers. All right? I'm going to go with the 49ers. If Kyle Shanahan doesn't get to the big dance this year, something got to change because...
Say that again because I need a coach next year. So go ahead.
I'm not going to say the coach, but if Kyle Shanahan doesn't get to the big dance this year, something has to change. You know, I remember when the Ravens kept getting hurt, right? And we kept saying, man, y'all training, y'all medical staff terrible. What the Ravens do? They fired the medical. They fired the trainers and medical staff. I think
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
said
get
yeah,
that. They got a new
whole new
medical
crew.
staff. And then the 49ers had the same issues. They always get hurt around this time. Always get hurt around this time. Look, Debo's hurt again. You know what I mean? But one thing I could say, the 49ers are Purdy is 4-0 when Trent Williams plays and Debo doesn't. He's 4-0. All right.
Wow.
Everybody, he need Debo. Well, he more so need Trent. All right. They say that Trent is there. So I think Purdy's last drive to win the game put Kyle Shanahan more at peace in his play calling. Like now he knows that Purdy is capable of winning that type of game when you need to get a score at the end of the game. Purdy is capable of doing that. I think Kyle Shanahan will learn from his mistakes and run Christian McCaffrey more this game. But it's going to be a must sunny day. And then also the Lions' pass defense is not really elite. They have elite moments, but you can score on these dudes. I mean, you can move the ball downfield. They're just really good in the red zone. They've been good in the red zone these last few games. So I want to pick the 49ers to win this game. I think it'll be a close game. I don't think it'll be a blowout at all. And 49ers and the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Whew, man, that rematch will be nice. I say this though, when you said about Purdy's last drive kind of put Kyle Shanahan at peace, I think it also did a bad thing for Kyle Shanahan too. They probably looked at him and he was like, "Oh, I could probably throw the ball a little bit more. I can trust him, so I'm gonna just go ahead and probably put more pass plays into the script." But then again, with Debo not being there, I think Debo not being there is the reason why they may run the ball more because now it's like it's dumbing down the weapons. Not saying that they have limited weapons, but Juwan Jennings or Debo Samuels. I'm going with Debo. Right. That lineup is a little bit better. So yeah, I think he may run the ball just some more. But that last drive could be a bad thing if you're a 49ers fan, because now you're gonna be like, is he gonna come out with 15 passes or is he actually gonna mix in a run here and there?
Yeah, I'm locked in for both games. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, nah. But this game here is one of those things. It's just like it's been the theme of the playoffs this year. If you let a young team come in who's not really supposed to be on the same field as you and get some confidence, it can get ugly for you real fast. Technically, with the Ravens, Chiefs, the Chiefs is the vets in this situation. They haven't been on the road most of their playoff wins. I mean, most of their playoff history. So that's another part that's going to be like, do they come out and put their foot on the Ravens' neck, or do they let them find their footing a little bit on this field? With the Lions, again, do you let them come in Levi Stadium and do the same thing? Confidence going to be the make or break in this moment.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.